people in the back to pay attention with us. Excuse us for the delay. We're waiting on some people stuck in traffic jam, and some people are still leading out their way to arrive to 7 Orchard. I hope that other people from outside can join us as well, as long as they hear us. So, good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you for being with us here today and bearing with us for this some delay, and which is out of our hands. And I hope that all our speakers will arrive on time so you can enjoy this fruitful day together. My name is Rana Al-Qawasmi. I'm the Programs Manager at Jinnovate, and allow me to welcome each and every one of you. To start, I would like to say a glimpse about what I learned through my journey in Jinnovate, which when I started, I learned from the team that innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat. Looking out at this room today, I don't only see opportunity. I see the future of Jerusalem's global impact. Distinguished guests, visionary founders, investors, partners, entrepreneurs who have dared to turn a what-if into a reality. Welcome to the Jinnovate Scientific Research and Innovation in HealthTech 2026 Forum. We are gathered here at a unique crossroads. Jerusalem has always been a city of history, and through Jinnovate, we aim for it to be a city of the future. When we launched this initiative, the goal was clear: bringing health tech innovation into East Jerusalem. Many means, many ways to think of how can we do this in East Jerusalem. But we thought about enhancing the ecosystem, creating and enabling startups, connecting talents to capital, connecting entrepreneurs to qualified, wide range of global and local network of professional mentors, scientists, international companies, and each and every stakeholder that can be of an added great and positive value to this goal. Last year, we gathered to plant seeds of a vision. Today, Jinnovate is turning into a powerhouse. In the next few hours, we will be sharing knowledge and listening from our guests and panelists, learn from their experience, and think of solutions to some pressing healthcare challenges, especially in East Jerusalem. We will also hear from Jinnovate startups. These entrepreneurs have gone through well-structured incubation, and they are digging hard to form their path of success. Jinnovate will be, for sure, accompanying them until launching their successful companies. Our theme for the forum is, let us use this day to network with purpose, listen with curiosity, and forge partnerships that will change the landscape of digital health. Before we dive into our plenary session and go for our discussion panels, I want to thank each and every one of you again, with all your respected titles and positions, for joining us today. Your participation is of a great honor to us. I would also thank our partners and supporters for believing in Jinnovate's vision and mission. I would like also to thank Jinnovate team for all their efforts for the last 2 years, not forgetting the great volunteers who helped us for preparing for this event, despite all the retardation and whatever small tricks that appear in the last moment. I would like also to ask from you again to bear with us if we might face any changes in speakers or in the timetable for today. And now it's my great honor to officially declare the Jinnovate 2026 Forum open. We hope this day will be of great success to each and every one of us. I invite you to visit the entrepreneurs and companies' booths, wander around, feel free to mingle and meet with new people that can be potential partners and friends. Today, we have 4 discussion panels After each panel, you will see a QR code on the screen. Please scan it and help us learn about your feedback in relation to the topic of the session. And now, allow me pass the platform to Mr. Mahmoud Khwais, CEO of Jinnovate. Mr. Khwais is a leader with over 30 years of experience in business and technology development. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Well, I extend my welcome to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and efforts, and I hope that this day would be fruitful for all of us. It's nice to see all these faces. Many of you have supported us at Jinnovate over the past 2 years, and we highly appreciate that. I will jump into the presentation and proudly to present Jinnovate work and future vision with you, and we'll continue working together. Thank you very much. I will start now. Rafar. Okay. So maybe I want to talk a little bit about our vision. Not reading here, but we want to connect researchers, clinicians, and the business together. Industry with the business in order to start creating some businesses in East Jerusalem. And those businesses are startups in the health tech innovation field. So it's a different type, different quality, different level of businesses that we're thinking of. We thought, actually, we conducted a little study. It's also, the booklet is there, about health tech in East Jerusalem. And we found that East Jerusalem has all the knowledge, people, infrastructure, hospitals, clinicians, physicians, biomedical engineers, the pool of talents that we have, the closer to us to the very successful ecosystem, the international ecosystem, we all have access to that. The universities in East Jerusalem. So without taking that opportunity and switch it into real success into East Jerusalem, that would be a shame. So this is where the idea of Jinnovate came from. Jinnovate is the Jerusalem Innovation Center for Health Tech. And here I want to give two applause for one, Dr. Dan Turner from Sharet Sedek, and Fadi Swedan and Avner Halpran. Those are the three people actually whom I discussed first, Jinnovate, and then they became our partners. So Sheba, Sharet Sedek, and Takwin Venture Capital are our partners, and thank you. And on top of that, we all gathered together and won the tender from the Innovation Authority of a 10 million shekels grant for enhancing the innovation in East Jerusalem. So the Innovation Authority is also, thank you very much, they have also a booth there at the beginning. If you want to visit them, I encourage you to go and visit them and see all the opportunities that they have. I mean funding opportunities for all projects. In the last 2 years, we have reached more than 1,400 people in East Jerusalem. This means it was zero people knowing about innovation and health tech in East Jerusalem. Now we have more than 1,400, and those are only our cohorts without calculating the Hebrew University, Israeli, Al-Quds University, like all the other actors in the field. Those numbers are only the Jinnovate numbers. From there, we could harvest 50 plus ideas about innovative ideas about innovation, and we have successfully started 7 startups. One of them has already got a TNUFA, which is a 250,000 shekels grant from the Innovation Authority. Of course, we take the lead in directing all those innovators and how to reach to that stage from ideation to commercialization. This is our role. And proudly also saying that we have participated in our 300 women has participated in our activities. So, and I see, thank you very much. And I see many in the audience, and this is something that we are very proud of. One of the advantages that we have is the more than 60 tier 1 mentors that we're working with. And those mentors don't only come from the research background. They're also clinicians, they're also business people, successful entrepreneurs who have already done their exits and sold their startups. So I believe that those are the value that we can bring to the entrepreneurs and innovators in East Jerusalem. Oops, I'm coming back. I will skip this one. So what do we give? We give clinical access, clinical research, and clinical studies, and this access that we can bring through our partners. We are only the facilitator. We see ourselves as enablers for the ecosystem. And it's very important also to mention that all our activities and services are free of charge. So as you witness also here, the booth that we have here, we are here to help building the ecosystem in East Jerusalem by bringing all these minds together. Our roadmap. Oops. So to participate in our activities, this is our roadmap. In April, we're going to start our pre-acceleration program. The mix and match is where it's an event that we bring people with medical background, engineering background, and business background together and help them to create ideas, innovative ideas about unmet health needs. And then they can participate in our pre-acceleration program where we can take them from the ideation to commercialization. In May, we're starting innovation leadership program, and I'm happy to see many of those who participated in the last years in this program. This program is for people in the senior level people from the industry, from East Jerusalem, whether it's Kubot Cholim or hospitals, universities, whoever. I want to rephrase it. All decision makers in the health industry are welcome to join. Again, it's free of charge. In July, we are starting our third AI in HealthTech program, and this is a deep tech. This is not how to use AI tools. This program is meant for deep researchers or researchers who want to start knowing about how AI can solve a medical unmet need with a product market fit. This is our main criteria in selecting the ideas, a product market fit. All our programs are economic partnership, zero politics. It's only helping the people, helping the patients, and helping businesses. Oops. We join lots of conferences, and this is our second conference. Of course, we don't join it only as staff. We also encourage you to apply to us so we can take you with us to those conferences. We have enough budget in order to cover some numbers. Currently, we're working on 2 projects. This project is an employment project. We are aiming to hire 18 software engineers in East Jerusalem. We received the generous grant from the Innovation Authority, 2.5 million shekels. And we're looking for the additional 50%. So we got 1.2 from the Innovation Authority, and we're looking for the other 1.2 million shekels in the coming year and a half to hire 18 engineers, software engineers from East Jerusalem in East Jerusalem. Our goal is to bring Israeli tech companies or American tech companies to open branches in East Jerusalem so they can hire and continue. We will subsidize a part of the salary for the first 6 months for each company who decides to come. This is our venture studio new project. We are raising $10 million. We already started, and some of the supporters are here, Shuli, Jinji, also in this program. Our aim is to raise $10 million and to create our own ideas in-house on what the health sector, the global health sector require. So we're going to work with all the researchers from all over the globe, and of course priority for Jerusalem and to expand also to Saudi Arabia. This is one of the goals that we have. We already started discussion. For those companies that we're going to create, we're going to give them around $700,000 to $800,000 in order to kick off until they reach to the market. This is an investment that we're going to make to invest in these companies. Thank you to all our supporters. Not only those, but also many others. But the slide didn't. I didn't have enough space in the slide. Those are our supporters. Without these supporters, you wouldn't see me standing here on this panel. Thank you for each one of these supporters. We signed a contract. We signed a research agreement with the University of Connecticut, Harvard Medical School, Mass General Brigham. Of course, Shiba and Shari Sedek are there. Today, we're going to meet many of those companies here, Pfizer, Medtronic, Hebrew University. I don't want to forget anyone, but these are the numbers. These are the. Now, this is the team that sits or act behind the scenes. I'm the logistics person. Jafar is the CTO, and he is working with all the startups like one-to-one, helping them to develop their ideas and technological ideas. Rana, you met, she's managing all the programs, and Razan, she couldn't make it today. Our finance, without Anya Eldan, we will not. She's an anchor for us and connecting us to the right people and connecting us to the investors as well. Jamal and our CFO, Maisa, also cannot make it today. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for coming with this weather. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was very challenging. They stopped the streets here because the Edelson family came here, so I wasn't able to come on time. But I have to say, Mahmoud, Jafar, Rana, Ronnie also from our marketing team, so much thank you for organizing this amazing event. And always you find the best locations, the most impressive and inspiring locations, so thank you. Not the easiest to get to, I have to say. So just, I want to start by saying that this is very exciting for me personally. This is from the event last year, and I was really impressed. Jinnovate was only created at the time to see the energies, and maybe you see your faces here. You can recognize yourself. The great energies and the passion that I saw in the crowd. And I think you did a big move in the last year to really build an ecosystem here in East Jerusalem. There's a huge potential, untapped potential of the Arab sector. We're talking about 400,000 people, okay? It's a huge amount of people who currently are not participating enough, not in high-tech, and of course not in entrepreneurship. Previously, before joining the IIA, I was one of the founders of Made in JLM, organization that is focused on here entrepreneurship and high-tech here in Jerusalem. And we always try to understand how we can blend in the Arab community better, and I think these moves are very, very important. If we work together in hospitals and HMOs, and 50% today of the medical staff in hospitals here in Jerusalem is Arab, there is no reason we won't see the same in high-tech companies and the same in startups. So this is why this is very exciting to me. A few words about what we do in the IIA. First of all, We are the public entity that is supposed to support high-tech entrepreneurship. We give money mainly to startups, so most of our funding goes directly to investments. The second thing, we're looking for technologies of the future, areas where we can bring a real value. We're talking about bioconvergence, for example, combination between biology and engineering. I'm sure you heard about it before. And for that, we create applied research, R&D labs, infrastructure, and of course, talent. And the last thing, we try to remove growth barriers. If we want to grow, we need to have better regulation, taxation, human capital system. And one of the reasons that we are here in East Jerusalem is in order to increase the human capital of the ecosystem. Just a few words about how we invest. We receive more than 3,000 applications for investments every year. We approve around 1,000 of them. Okay, so the approval rate is somewhere between 25 to 33%, which is quite high. Last year, more than 650 startups received our funding. More than $500 million was directly invested into these companies. Okay, around 2 billion shekels was directly investment. And in addition, $300 million that goes from international programs like Horizon, Europe, and others. And if you'd like to hear more about Horizon program, we will have a table outside to explain about these as well. How do we do it? We have more than 200 due diligence experts, basically in every sector, that help us get the right decisions. Our principle of investment, we do not take any equity. So if we invest in your startup, we're not going to be part of it. Okay, we do not want to sit on your board. We do not want to tell you what to do. The only thing we do is we give you the money as a grant. If the company fails, you never need to return it. If the company succeeds, you will repay us out of your future revenues, up to 1x what you got from us. Okay? So it's a very, very good conditional grant, and hopefully you can also receive it. The last thing is matching. Okay? Every investment we give, we request to see matching from the other side. So we never give 100% of the grant. We would like to see the private sector as well. Okay. Okay. One of the main reasons we're here is because we are seeking diversity. Okay? Our ecosystem is great and growing very nicely, but with all due respect to cybersecurity, fintech, software, we need to see companies in other areas that are more advanced. We want to see more companies in medical devices, in pharmaceuticals, in digital health, in quantum computing, in chips, and every kind of energy, water, food tech, areas that are really needed in the world. And the fact that we're currently very, very focused on cybersecurity and enterprise software is not enough. So that is the thematic diversity, but not less important, demographic and geographic diversity. We want to see people coming from other walks of life. We want to see more Arabs in this community. We want to see more ultra-Orthodox. We want to see more women, and we will discuss that soon. And we do not want all of our companies to be focused in the center of Israel. Okay? We understand that there is a potential in Jerusalem, in the north, in the south, and that is why we're creating all of these activities. This slide shows you where the private investment goes to in the last year. Okay, so you can see that 75% of investment went only to 4 sectors, basically cybersecurity and software. 25% goes to the other sector, which is advanced manufacturing, medical devices, digital health, agri-tech, and others. And that is the main reason why our public investments go to the opposite. So it's almost like a mirror. We invest most of the money in much harder areas such as medical devices, ag-tech, digital health, energy, and pharmaceuticals. And if you look only on health tech, around 40% of our investment last year went to health tech companies. Okay, just you can see it in numbers. In 2024, we invested $140 million in health tech companies. Most of it went directly into startups, and around $20 million went to infrastructure, $18 billion. Here I'm breaking it down to sectors, okay? $75 million, around $75 million to medical device, $33 million went to pharma, and $20 million went to digital health. Okay, so a very, very large percent of the money goes to health startups. And we don't do it only into startups. It includes research in academia, labs and databases. I know we have here people from Sheba in the crowd. Innovation centers such as Jinnovate are helping us promote more companies, NorthMed and Iptikar. Incubators and venture studios, we have Ion Labs and Edge Medical and EH Ventures, a lot of funds, incubators who create new companies in the world of medical devices. And we also fund pilots. So some of our projects, and you can also hear about it outside, we can actually fund a pilot of your company with a hospital, either in Israel or abroad. And last thing, of course, we support startups. So this is just a small amount of the companies we supported in the last year and a half. You can see early stage companies in pre-seed, more advanced companies in seed and round A, and this is only a very small percentage of our investment in health tech companies. So how do we do it? We have currently 5 funds who are into direct investment. And the reason I'm explaining it, maybe it's not relevant for all of us, all of you here, that we have tables outside of our representative who can give you more information if you're interested. The first one is a startup fund. Many years we had a fund called R&D fund, and we replaced it with a new mechanism that is called the startup fund. It's actually the largest fund in Israel, as I said, investing somewhere around $250 million every year into companies. We also invest in applied research, into pilots, into R&D in the industry. Okay, so if you want to take your factory, for example, and make it from a low-tech into high-tech, we can fund that as well, and the international funds. The other 5 funds we have are into vehicles. Okay, they're not directly into a startup. We have our incubator fund, innovation accelerator fund, that include also the innovation center, the R&D infrastructure fund, where we build labs for the future. So if you're interested in that, you can also discuss outside with our vice president of infrastructure division, Aviv, the human capital fund, and the Yuzma fund. And unfortunately, we don't have enough time, so I will just go through them quickly. Now, these are the tables that we have outside. Okay, if you're interested in applied research, R&D infrastructure, industry research consortia, any kind of collaboration between hospital, HMO, university to industry, please go to the table by Aviv outside. If you're interested in funding, startup fund, Nufa fund, pre-seed, venture incubators, etc., we have 2 tables outside of Michael and Chai, who can give you all of the information. If you're interested in more advanced companies such as the Startup Fund, Pilot Fund, Mofet Fund, etc., we have a table by Sarah. And if you're interested in international grants, such as Horizon Program, international pilots, etc., we have Ifat outside who can give you all of this information. Let's move quickly. This is our startup fund. Basically, we can support you all the way from an idea, even before you create a startup. So in the idea fund, we give 150 checks every year of somewhere around $70,000 each, and we can give it directly to your bank account, okay? Even before you create a company. That is the idea. Even if you work in a hospital or you work in a company currently, we can give you this amount of money in order to establish your idea, to build a patent, and to start your journey. So that could be very interesting. And after that, we have the pre-seed round, seed round, and Series A round, where we participate in investment round. Okay, you can see on the left the percentage of our participation, 80% in idea, 60% in pre-seed, 50% in seed, and 30% in Series A. If your company is led by an Arab or a woman, or ultra-Orthodox, the percentage is higher. So it's an additional 10% for the grant, so it's 66% in pre-seed, 55% in seed, and 33% in Series A. Not because we have any pity to anyone, we just believe it will help you raise the funding you need from the private sector, and that is why the percentage is higher for these sectors. Okay, where is this computer? Okay. Now let's go back for a second for diversity and see these numbers. This is from 2022 from our annual report. You can see that out of 400,000 employees in high tech, which is around the same amount we have today, 66% are men, 33% are women. Okay? This is the same amount for many years, and it's very hard to break this glass ceiling. But if you go into deeper, you see that only 0.5% of employees in high-tech are Arab women, which is a very, very low amount, and only 1.5% are Arab men. So for a population that is around 20% or 21% of the population, 2% only of the high-tech employees are Arabs. Okay? And as part of that, we decided to establish a program part of the 550 national program, where we invested 250 million shekels, around $70 million, we didn't finish the program yet, in order to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the Arab sector, okay? We created as part of it a venture incubator in Nasserat, 3 innovation center in Sakhnin, Shfar'am, in Arara, 2 accelerators, 1 angel club in Sakhnin, in Arara, sorry, and more than 19 programs in order to promote entrepreneurship in universities, hospitals, more juniors, etc. And we are seeing the results, I have to say. We need to remember, and there's people here who might want to be entrepreneurs, that you don't start when entrepreneur in day one. Okay, the first thing we need is good high schools. We need our kids to learn in good schools and have good results. Then we have higher education. We need to see our people more in universities, learning high-tech or learning medicine in order to succeed. Only then we can have more people in high-tech. And the last, I can say the cherry on top is entrepreneurship. Without all of these pillars before, the fact that people here work in hospitals or in high-tech companies, we cannot really reach entrepreneurship. And I have good news, okay? Last year, 78% of the Arab sector received matriculation, Bagrut, okay, which is the first time it's higher than the Jewish sector, okay? So with all of the news that we are hearing, the first time that the Arab sector is higher than the Jewish sector, 14% increase. It means that our children or your friends are having better education and are finishing and more equipped for the future. Today, the amount of Arabs in universities is almost equivalent to their percentage in the population. So 19.2% of students today in universities are from the Arab sector, 64,000 students, which means it doubled its percentage since 2012. And we're seeing this increase very nicely every year. Now we're talking about tech. In the last 3 years, very challenging years, of course, I don't need to explain. 6,000 new Arab employees joined high-tech, okay? And if you look at the numbers, the most impressive part are women. We talked about 0.5% only. 2,700 Arab women joined the high-tech in the last 3 years, which is a 215% growth. In general, I was talking about 1.5% men and 0.5% women. Today, I'm talking about 3.5%. Okay, it's still not enough. Okay, we aim, of course, at 19 or 20%, but it's a very impressive growth, and let's hope it all continue. And after we have all of this, then we could talk about entrepreneurship. And I really like this graph. Thank you to AI. It looks better than what I had in the beginning, but we saw that one of the main problems is Arab entrepreneurs do not submit to the IIA. Okay, so we have money to give, we want to give money, but we don't see submissions. Some of the reasons are language. We requested it to be in Hebrew. Today we open it to English. But also part of it is innovation centers such as Jinnovate who can help you on your journey to apply to us and receive funding. So in 2022, for Tnufa and Presid, only 3 submissions. 2023, 9. 2024, 23, and this year, 44 submissions. Okay, so it means that more people understand that they can receive funding for their startup. All of these are, of course, from our Arab sector. And you might say, okay, most of them fail. No. The percentage of success rate last year was 38% of these submissions were approved, compared to 25% in all of the population, which means that something is happening. Thank you for doing it. And hopefully this will continue. And let's go to the last slide. 1 second. And I think we're here in Jerusalem, which fits all of the 3, right? We have the thematic, the healthcare and other sectors. We have the demographic, and we have the geographic. And just this example of a company who raised $50 million earlier by Hisham and Avi, 2 guys who met, PhDs, who met in Hebrew University to create a semiconductor optical fiber companies. And today, company is growing, has tens of employees here in Jerusalem. There's no reason that we won't have more out of these stories. And I really believe that Jerusalem today has all the ingredients to become one of the world's leading tech hubs, where cutting-edge innovation emerges, both diverse and both successful. So I'd like to thank you all for coming and for our beautiful hosts. And as I said before, if you're interested in more information on what I described, we have our tables outside. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud. Thank you, Mr. Hanan.